Hello guys, how are you? In today's class, we're gonna learn a little about some and any. And now let's take a look here. I'm gonna share my screen and we're gonna do it right now. Let's get started. So here we have some and any. How do I use some and how do I use any? Okay, let's check it out. I'm gonna use some when I have affirmative sentences like this. I have some dollars, for example, or I have some oranges. I always use some for affirmative. And any. I'm gonna use any when I have negative statements or interrogatives. For example, I don't have any oranges. Do you have any oranges there? That's when we are gonna use any. Any I'm gonna use for questions, interrogatives, or with negatives. Okay? No questions here. Let's move on. And let's see if you get it. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, complete the conversation. Here, I prepared a conversation here. Let's see if you get it. Do you have some or any lettuce? If you answered, let me get back here. You forgot here. Any. You're right. Do you have any lettuce? Remember that any we use for interrogative. I don't, but I have any or some. Some. I have some tomatoes. Great. I think we need some or any. If you use some, you are all right. Why? Affirmative. Some affirmative. That's great, but I don't have some chicken here or I don't have any chicken. I don't have any chicken here. Just beef. Why any? Because it's negative. No problem. We could make some barbecue instead. Why some? This is very, very simple. Because it's affirmative. No questions here. Let's move on. Let's talk about count nouns. Count nouns are the nouns that we can count. For example, an apple, apples. Then you can count apples. 1 apple, 2 apples, 3 apples, 4 apples, 10 apples. But, and a pie as well. Pie, 1 pie, 2 pies, 3 pies. Count. That's countable, that you can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A cookie or cookies. The plural, they have plural. 1 cookie, 2 cookies, 3 cookies. I ate 3 cookies. I love cookies. An orange, oranges. You see that you have singular and plural because 1 and more. Let's go in non-count nouns. Non-count nouns like water, bread, lemonade. We don't count because it's impossible to count liquids like one water. No, we don't do it. We can count one bottle of water. Bread is the same idea. A slice of bread, some parts. But like the water, it's impossible to count liquids. And bread as well. In English, in Portuguese, we count bread, but in English, we don't. And ice cream. Okay, it's uncountable. We can have a scoop of ice cream like this. Water, you can have a bottle of water, you can have a slice of bread, you can have a glass of lemonade, and you can have a scoop of ice cream. This is a scoop, but ice cream, just ice cream, you can't count. It's impossible. Let's continue. We have more non-count here. You see that you have, what are some count nouns we have? Let's think. Pen, pens, 1 pen, 2 pen, 3 pen, 4 pen, 5 pen. Cell phones. Tomatoes. We can count 1 tomato, 2 tomatoes, 3 tomatoes. Tables and non-count, especially liquids, water, soda, bread, like we saw there, chocolate. Chocolate is uncountable. We can count the bars of chocolate, a chocolate bar, but the chocolate is uncountable. Here are some things that we can count and we cannot count. Let's go to the next. Let's move on here. Specific or general? One is specific for count nouns. I'm eating an apple. Okay. Apples are good, are really good for me. So in that case here, when it's general, you see, with plural, with count nouns, I use the plural form. Apples are good for me. Apples are good for you. I'm eating an orange. Okay, there are many oranges. I'm eating an orange. Specific. And oranges are yummy. Oranges are delicious. Let's go to the non-count nouns and see the specific and general. Here, in that case here, like I use singular here, an apple, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 apples. With water, that it's a liquid, I use some. I'm drinking some water, so no plural. All non-count nouns are singular. Like here, water is refreshing. Is, you see, apples are plural because it's countable. Water is singular because it's uncountable. All non-count nouns or uncountable nouns is singular. I'm eating some bread. Bread is really good. You see here, let's keep this in mind. So I use some for specific, I'm drinking some water, and I use the singular form to talk about general idea with non-count nouns, and the same idea with apples. You see here, an apple, because countable, I can count one apple, and apples are really good, which is, then you use the plural form, and here we use the singular form. No questions here. Let's move on. Let's go ahead. Let's see. Let's complete the sentence here. Let's get back here. Orange is or are good, are really healthy. Orange juice. In that case here, orange juice is really healthy. Why? Because juice is non-count. You can't count it because it's liquid. So you cannot count. Apples is different in colors and sizes, or apples are different in colors and sizes. In that case, apples countable, count now, are plural form. I'm drinking tanana milk. In that case here, milk is non-count because it's liquid. If it's liquid, it's non-count. So I'm drinking some milk. I'm eating a dragon fruit. Why? Because dragon fruit, I can count 1 dragon fruit, 2 dragon fruits, 3 dragon fruits, 4 dragon fruits. Dragon fruit is pitaya. Okay, that's the way that we conjugate things. I hope you enjoyed this lesson here, and I'll see you around. Take care and bye-bye.